We've been doing this no code course with 15 entrepreneurs, and this was an interesting experiment that we did that came out of the podcast. We were speaking to entrepreneurs, and a lot of people said, hey, help us out with, like, using no code tools to digitize our businesses. We said we don't want to do services in India, specifically for SMEs. They don't pay well, and it's not a good business in my mind, at least. So we decided to do a course. And as part of the course, we've gone so deep into just digitizing business using no code tools that just ton of opportunities, just like, they're in front of us. My overall thesis is software is eating the world. What, Mark Andreessen said 10 years ago, maybe, that software will eat the world. I think no code is how software will truly eat the world, right? No code is basically democratization of technology, where people who don't know how to code can also build tools that work for them. The challenge in the, B2B systems and stuff like that, the challenge has been that every business is unique, and so are their needs, and hence out of the box solutions generally falter in some place or form, and they don't get accepted within the organization. Obviously, SAPs and Salesforce have been able to crack this, but in general, that's one of the biggest sort of drawbacks. I foresee that every company is going to become a software company in 10 years from now. By that, I mean they're not going to be selling software, but they're going to be using software for 80% of their business processes. What that would mean is, one, they will need to have capability in house to basically, their people should know how to develop these no code, low code, develop tools on these no code, low code platforms. And the obvious opportunity one is start a training institute, like just what we are doing, basically do it at a large scale for business owners, for execs at, enterprises, or technical teams at enterprises, and build like a no code, low code automation teams. I don't want to call it no code, low code. I don't think that's the right word. Automation teams, basically, right? Chief automation officer or something like that. This I heard about this on the My First Million podcast, and I absolutely love the idea. Build chief automation officers within these companies by either training them, or second, just build an agency. Just build a no code, low code agency. I don't know why that doesn't exist in India. It's just such a good opportunity where people come to you and they tell them that this is our need, and you can go back to them in 2 weeks with a final product saying that, hey, yeah, start using it. I think that's another opportunity, just agency or just training these people.
I think I know why it doesn't exist in India, because the money to be made for um, this thing projects abroad is much more than the money to be made in India. That's why
I
it
agree.
doesn't exist in India.
I agree.
Once there's a plethora of people, once a lot of people are trained on this, then people will start doing projects in India.
Or
Anyway,
I'm going to be classist, or an African company realizes that, yo, India is a better market, so they come here and they do it. I don't know. Just sorry for making this
maybe.
joke. I mean no harm.
Okay. Um, I mean, yeah, I love it. This is what also goes back to one of the questions that somebody had asked, right, in the course. Is that like, oh, you're teaching me all these no-code tools, but who the hell is going to implement it, right? And that's why you basically build a giant army of no-code people who understand no-code really well, who can learn new software really fast, and who can implement it for for different businesses. I
And
think the
dude,
need for it is super high.
and think of it from a vocational training perspective. I can take a high school graduate. The high school graduate today is already tech savvy. They've already, used a lot of these social apps and internet apps and whatnot. I can train that person to be a rock star on no code, low code within a year, without them having to go to college, and they can make a decent amount of money using this skill set, right? So the vocational training aspect of it is actually good. It's actually pretty good. And the army of people that you're talking about, your business mode will be the training that you're talking about, right? Train these people internally and build, like, either these people go and do projects by staying at companies for a couple of months, 2 3 months, or retainers or agency or whatnot.